appreciate your utmost attention to this graduate, Tecumseh, a number of years ago. This picture is in the hallway. There's a picture of a state championship, the banner up there, 1997. And it's also, this picture is in the composites where all our seniors are at. So if you can give a warm welcome to first Coach Mike. Coach Mike first.
Thank you, Mr. Lester. Testing. I probably don't need this, but I'm going to use it anyway. So, thank you. And just to piggyback off of some of those comments, it is a very special moment, not just for me. I'm excited for you guys, that you're a part of this, that you get to hear this. As I said, Kurt is a 1998 graduate of Tecumseh. I played football with him. We played sports together, so he's a personal friend of mine. He's going to have a lot of good information, but this is only going to go as well as you guys make it. So that's why I sent that email out. Hopefully everybody, thought of at least a question, because he told me just last night, in his brain is where he retains all of his information, which of course is a good thing. But as you notice, there's no script for him or anything like that. He has no script. He goes off of engagement from his audience, okay? So how this goes today is dependent on you guys right here. So I encourage you to ask a lot of questions. There's a lot of knowledge here. Again, I'm excited for you to hear this. It's a great story. And as you see, we are recording it too. So in case anybody misses it, that's how important this is right here for you guys, okay? So I encourage you, of course, to pay attention and retain all this stuff that he's going to give you today. So I'm not going to ramble on anymore. I'm going to turn it over. So it's my pleasure to introduce you to Kurt Belding.
Coach Mike. How are you guys doing today? Doing good? Good. All right, before the introduction from Rick Lester, show of hands, how many of you know who I am or have heard of me or had any idea? Well, that kind of sucks. So much for that legacy living on through high school, huh? No, I'm just playing. In my life, I believe in transparency and honesty 100%. So let's start this out by being 100% honest. I'm not a motivational speaker. I don't claim to be a motivational speaker. I'm an entrepreneur. You guys are excited to be here, not to hear me speak, but because you get out of class. And 99% of you guys could really care less what I have to say. But if there's one or two of you in this audience right now that can take something away from today that will help your life in the future, then that 8-hour drive that I just took from Colorado is worth it, all right? So starting off, again, I'm not a motivational speaker. I'm an entrepreneur. Who knows what an entrepreneur is? Anybody? Sure, go for it. No, you don't know? I appreciate you raising your hand, though. Anybody else? Yes? Yeah, really good. Someone that starts their own business. So the definition of an entrepreneur is someone that owns, operates a business or businesses that take larger than normal financial risks. Pretty broad, right? Have you guys have any experience with anybody that may fit that definition? Yeah, what do you have? Say it again. All right, great. That's good. A mechanic business, yes. Yes, you have experience? That's a great definition of what an entrepreneur is, right there. You guys hear that? Started his own farm, all his money, everything he had to get it going, right? What does an entrepreneur look like? When you think about an entrepreneur, what do you imagine that might be? Do you guys imagine the suit and tie, Mercedes-Benz, private jet, laying in a bed of money, right? Millions and millions of dollars. This is what an entrepreneur looks like. 99.9% of entrepreneurs, jeans, t-shirt, sneakers. That's it. Who can be an entrepreneur? Anybody? How much schooling does it take to be an entrepreneur? Does anybody know that? 0. All honesty, I took one business class in college. I was failing it, so I dropped it. Here I am. I've got my phone on me. I'm not texting as we talk, I promise. It just knows to keep me on track. All right, I said earlier that I wasn't a motivational speaker, I'm an entrepreneur. The reason why I say that is you guys may see a lot of motivational speakers. Motivational speakers are very good at talking the talk, but sometimes they don't walk the walk. An entrepreneur is forced to walk the walk. Do you guys know what I mean when I say that? They actually do, right? They actually have to do and create and perform, right? So Gabe and Rick asked me to come here today to tell my story. And first I'm going to tell you where I'm at, and then I'm going to tell you where I came from. So right now I own 9 different companies, and out of those 9 different companies, not businesses, companies, I produce millions and millions of dollars every year. I have many, many people that I employ and help their families also. But where did I come from? As you guys just heard, I grew up right here in Tecumseh. I was sitting exactly where you guys sat exactly 20 years ago. So what's the difference between me and you? Is there any difference? I'm older, yes. That's the only difference. 20 years. That's it. Nothing else. Am I extremely smart? Was I smart, Gabe? No. No. Did I come from a bunch of money? Nope. Did I have any advantages at all to become a successful entrepreneur? Absolutely not. Each and every one of you can have and create anything you want in life. I am 100% proof of that. Now, as I'm talking, if you guys have questions, put it up there and let's just go with it, okay? This can go in any direction you guys want. Anything from entrepreneurship, business, to nutrition, to working out, life in general. Go for it. How much do I bench? Not as much as I used to. That's because I'm getting older. About 315 back in the day. What's that? That's how much I used to bench, 315. I'm probably around 300 now. But as you get older, the joints start hurting a little bit and you can't throw that weight anymore. How much do you bench? Not enough? Give it 20 years and we'll see. So if any questions come up, just hit me with them and we'll go down that road, okay? You guys have any questions right now? Go for it. Good question. Well, one thing, you can eat as many vegetables as you want and not gain a pound. So if you're hungry, eat vegetables. Vegetables have a lot of fiber in them. You guys know what fiber is? It doesn't make you poop. Yep. Fiber is very healthy for you, healthy for your GI tract, your intestines, your stuff, small intestine, large intestines that metabolize your food. So vegetables are super important. And they're very high in nutrients also. So fruit's still good for you. Fruit is high in sugar, even though it's natural sugar. So when you take in sugar in your body, you guys know what insulin is? You ever heard of insulin? Mm-hmm. You're a diabetic, so you get that. When you take in sugar in your body, your insulin level spikes. It tells your body to store nutrients, and then you get a crash after that, don't you? Yeah. So fruit is healthy, but vegetables are better. All right, I'm going to get in where I came from. So I grew up actually started growing up in a small town just south here in Pawnee City. You guys have heard of Pawnee City? Yep, sure. I come from a divorced family, which probably a lot of you guys do. Now it's very common, very normal. My mom is sitting right here, raised me and my daughter on literally $250 a week. That's $12,000 a year. So when I say I did not come from a wealthy family, I did not come from a wealthy family. Came from basically nothing. But I believe that's what made me who I am today. So went to elementary school right across the way here, went to high school right here, and I was not the smartest kid in class. I was not the best athlete. I was not the worst athlete. I was something in the middle. B's and C's, not the greatest student, but I didn't apply myself either. I literally put out just enough energy and effort to pass the class and not get in trouble. That was it. Only thing I cared about was friends and what girl I liked at the time. That was about it. I'm sure you guys can relate. Did not think about the future at all. The future didn't even exist. All I cared about was what was going on that weekend. Graduated though. I accomplished that and decided to go to college. Had absolutely no idea what college was. How many of you guys are seniors here? Quite a few. Good. How many are going to college? Quite a few. How many know exactly what they want to do? Very good. We'll get into college. I have a whole section on college. I'll get into that after I go over my origin story. So I went to college, and somehow I got accepted to Bellevue University, and somehow, I don't know how it happened, because I didn't even know how to fill out the application. I think my mom had a lot of help with this, but I was the first kid in our family to go to college. Somehow I got the college paid for, and I played baseball there. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job of explaining how I was an idiot when I was younger. So had school paid for. My first semester was like a 2.0. Second semester, 2.1. I was about to fail out. Hated my coach. Made a really good decision that I would go to Nebraska Wesleyan, which didn't give out athletic scholarships, by the way, and it was about 10 times more expensive than Bellevue, and decided to go in a bunch of debt. So one thing I'm going to tell you guys today, and I'll hit on this later, is college is a business just like anything else. They're there to make money. So I decided to go to Nebraska Wesleyan and not have any of it paid for and go in a ton of debt that I would later have to pay off years and years and years and years later. Graduated from Nebraska Wesleyan, decided to get my master's in counseling psychology. The one big benefit of college, I will say, is it changed me as a person, who I was. I was a pretty big knucklehead in high school and going to college. But it changed who I was, and it taught me how to accomplish tasks under pressure. So when you have 4 or 5 papers due, 2 tests the next day, you have to figure out how to get it done unless you want to fail out. But I graduated from college, went to get my master's in counseling psychology, and I realized real quick, counseling psychology does not pay anything. And I have a lot of student debt that I'm going to have to pay off. At the time, my brother owned a business, a GNC store, and he was doing really well. So I thought, let me come along with you, and I'll work for you and get to know this business while I finish my master's program. And later I'll go back and start my own practice, and I'll make a bunch of money. I jumped on with him and fell in love with the business of fitness and nutrition. Decided I wanted to open up my own GNC. Begged my parents to give me some money to do that. They didn't have any money, but they co-signed on a loan for me, went out on a limb for me and risked a lot. Decided I was going to move to Colorado because I wanted to live anywhere but Nebraska. And at the time, my girlfriend really liked Colorado, so she won. Bought my first GNC. Things were going really, really well. Decided to buy another GNC and doubled down in debt. Thought I would, if one GNC does well, 2 got to do way better. And then the businesses started to tank. And I knew I had my family's money to pay back, and that was stressing them out quite a bit. So I had to make a big decision what to do because I was about to fail. I decided that I would get out of GNC and start my own nutrition store. And it was probably the biggest decision I've ever made in my life. Because what that meant was I was making 0 money getting that business off the ground. And that meant I didn't have enough money to pay for a place to live. So I was homeless for 2 years as I built that business. Now, when I say I was homeless, I don't mean I was living on the street under an underpass homeless, because that's truly homeless. But I didn't have a bed. There was no bed for me to come home to. Luckily, I had friends and good buddies in Denver that I went from couch to couch to couch to couch. Whoever let me sleep on their couch and whoever let me eat their food while I built this business and tried to pay off the huge debt that I had just got into. So I worked every day 365 days a year for 2 years until I made enough money to get my own place, which is a not even a one-bedroom, a studio apartment where the kitchen was the bedroom, and everything was so compact in there. It was ridiculous. But I made enough money. I did it. I made enough money to have my own place to live, and I was no longer homeless, no longer surfing from couch to couch to couch to couch. Another year or two gone by, and I made enough money to have my first employees. And more time went by, I worked harder and harder, and I mean, here I am today, successful, owning 9 different companies, but along that way was a lot of failure. Don't be afraid of failure. I've failed many, many, many times in my life. What failure teaches you is the wrong way to do something. Take that, figure out the right way, and keep moving forward. Any questions so far on my origin? Yes? Sorry. Yep. Homeless for about 2 years. Good, yeah. I kept just enough money to open up my own supplement store. So I had just enough money, but not enough money to actually pay food and live. I was pretty smart. Let's see what else I have for you guys. You know what? Let's go back to college. I think that was a lot of... Oh, yes, you got a question. I played pitcher and left field. Go ahead. Good, you know my younger brother. Of course I do. I don't know. Probably me, though. All right, let's talk about college. Oh, yeah, another question. Yes, go ahead. Say that again? My mother's first name? Janet. And if you want to hear the real stories of how I was a knucklehead kid, you can come talk to her after the speech, okay? All right, college. College is a business just like anything else in life, all right? They don't care whether or not you have a job or not when you get out. All they care about is getting their money. Now, it's a little extreme. I'm being a little controversial on this, okay? But did you know that you can file bankruptcy? Do you know what bankruptcy is? Right? It's basically you say, I have too much debt, I can't do it, I'm done. They liquidate whatever you have, they take your money, pay off some debt, and you start from scratch, right? On everything but student debt, okay? Remember that. So for you guys that are going into college, my advice for you, have a plan. Don't go into big debt, all right? If you don't know what you want to do, and you've heard your entire childhood and high school, you have to go to college, you have to go to college, you have to go to college, you have to go to college. If you don't go to college right away, it's okay. Have a plan, all right? The system used to be, and this has been beat in every one of our heads, is you go to high school, you get good grades, so you can go to a good college to get good grades, so you can get a good job, right? The system's different now. I'll venture to say it's almost broken. All right, it doesn't mean that college is not beneficial. It definitely can be beneficial if you're smart and you use college, okay? The reason why the system's broken, it starts from the top, from businesses, from corporations. It used to be you get a job, and you could work there for 50 years of your life because there's job security, and they actually cared about their employees. And they set up pensions, retirement, and you work there till you retire, and everything's great. Nowadays, a lot of companies don't care about their employees, and you're just a number. And as soon as your salary goes higher and higher and higher and higher, that becomes a liability to the company. And if someone else can do your job for cheaper, guess what? You're gone. And they don't care if you have student debt or not, okay? So again, my advice for you guys who are going to college, I'm not trying to scare you away from college. My advice is if you have a plan and you know what you want to do, go get it. Go to college, get that education, because it changed me and who I was as a person, and it'll change you too. The mistake that I made was I listened to you have to go to college, you have to go to college, you have to go to college. I had no idea what I wanted to do at 18, 19, 20 years old. How could you know? You have no idea. And I went in some big debt that I had to pay off for a long time in my life because of it. So, with that being said, not to scare you guys away from college again, if you have a plan, do it. If you don't have a plan, it's okay. Don't let anybody guilt you by saying you have to go to college. Wait till you have a plan. Also, do you know that the average person changes their career 7 times in their life? So the plan that you have, and that's career, that's not jobs. I'm talking career, like main thing that they want to do in their life. They change 7 times. So that big plan you have right now in college, or going to college, getting a job, whatever the plan that you have, just know that may change. You may want to do something else later, and that's okay. All right? So I guess the point I'm trying to make right now is have a plan, go down the path, let that path lead you where you want to go, but be smart about it. Remember, college is a business. They want money too, but use that business to better yourself and get ahead. Don't go in big debt, okay? All right, enough about that. Yes, question? Sure. Did I have a family? That's a great question. Oh, man. Your mindset changes a lot. I can't be homeless if I have a family. You know? Mm-hmm.
But the sacrifices you made for yourself, my question is, did you have a family when you tried to make those choices?
When I made that sacrifice, a choice to say, I'm not spending any money on living, and I'm going to put it all in my business, no. I didn't have a family to think of. I was only thinking myself, and I could do that.
It's easier to do.
Absolutely. It's easier to take that big risk when you have no one else that you're risking along with it. But as I built my businesses and made a little bit more money, I've got this little girl right here. Yeah.
Yes, I wanted them to appreciate too that if you're going to make those challenges, the sacrifices, it's harder to do.
Absolutely. Yep. All right, so what does it mean to be successful? Does that mean that you have to make a bunch of money to be successful? Yes? So what does success mean to you guys? Go ahead. To be happy? I think that's pretty good. I don't think money equals success. For me, having my family, that's probably one of the biggest successes I've done in my life, even though I own 9 companies and I can produce lots of money. I think success is having a goal, setting out on that path, and accomplishing that goal. Maybe it's graduating high school. It's a great goal. Maybe it's going to college and graduate college. That's great. Maybe it's starting your own business. Maybe it's starting your own family. Whatever you want out of life, you can have and you can create it, 100%. So every time someone says, you can be anything you want in life, I know it kind of goes one ear out the other, and you kind of, yeah, sure, whatever, because it's such a cliche thing to say. But you absolutely can. You can create anything you want. You just have to see it. If you can see it, you can have it. Okay? All right, I'm going to leave you guys with some tools. Well, we're not done yet. I got a lot of stuff for you guys to do. But there's some tools that I want to leave you guys with to be able, they're kind of my little secret tools of success. All right, the first tool that I think is super, super successful, or super, super important is absolutely never, ever, ever, ever give up. Never. Never, 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 ever give up. If you want something and you have little failures along the way, who cares? Learn from those, change it, and get it. Never give up. I've had so many failures in my life. I've had so many closed businesses, so many bad decisions. But if you never, ever, ever, ever give up, you'll figure out a way to get it. Let me look at some of these other ones I wrote down for you guys. The next one is you have to want, whatever your goal is, whatever you want, you have to want it more than you want to breathe. You have to want it more than you want to live. It has to be that high on your priority list. You have to be that hungry to have what you want. Would one of you or a couple of you please share with me just a couple goals that you have? A welder. Great. How are you going to do that?
I'm going to go to college and just start out with a really good job that I know is going to be on the road for much of the time. But then after that, I'm going to save up my money and try to start my own business.
Your own welding business? Fabricator? That's great. And do you want that more than you want to breathe? Then you'll get it. Someone else? Sure. Start your own baking business? That's great. And how are you going to get there? Yep. What about you? Say it again. Your writing career? And how are you going to get there? And how bad do you want it? More than breathing? Then you'll get it. Go for it. Yeah. Bodybuilder. And you can. There's nothing wrong with that. And how bad do you want that? How bad do you want that? Badly. If you fail, will you give up? Anybody else? All right, here's the next step for you guys to be successful in life. Spend more time on yourself than what you do anything else in life. Spend more time developing this than anything else. Read books, do audiobooks, take classes, have mentors. If you want to change your life and change things around you, you first have to change yourself. Well, I would say when I was young, my work ethic came from my mom. She works her ass off, and that's where I got it. Now I follow mentors like Gary Vaynerchuk, Tony Robbins. Even though I'm traditionally successful now, I still have mentors and I still have struggles every day. Yep. Change yourself. So whether that be reading books, taking classes, do anything you can to constantly improve yourself. That is super, super important. If you can change yourself, everything else will change around you. If you don't like where you're at in life or you don't like the situation you're at, maybe it's sports, maybe it's school, maybe you want to be on the starting basketball team and you're in JV right now. If you don't change yourself and make yourself better, nothing else will change. The moment that you point your finger at somebody else or something else, you're going to lose. It's not the coach's fault. It's not the player's fault. It's your fault, 100%. You have 100% control of your outcome of your life and anything that you want. Cool? All right, next one. Self-perception is key. Does anybody know what I mean by that? Self-perception? Yes. How do you see yourself? Why is that so important? Don't know? Cool. That's exactly right. How you perceive yourself will dictate what you get out of life. And what changes that? How do you change your self-perception? So if you're not thinking, if deep down, I mean, it's really easy to lie to ourselves and think, I'm a really good person. I'm pretty goddamn cool, right? But deep down, we know who we are. How do you change that self-perception? Go ahead. By doing good things. Being a good person. Always doing the right thing. Being honest. Always honest. Brutally honest. Because if you don't, whether you like it or not, you won't think very highly of yourself. And if you don't think that you're good enough, and you don't think that you're a good person, you will not accomplish anything you want in life. You will sabotage yourself. You will keep yourself from being successful. So always do the right thing, always be a good person. Your mind is very, very, very important. That's the most important that's the most important asset that you have is your mind. How you perceive life and how you perceive yourself is very, very important. Let me give you a little example, just a small one. So I had to rewire my mind a little bit. Well, many times. But one thing I had to rewire was, I always told myself, as long as I made enough money to pay my bills, I was good. So, the more money I made, I had just enough money to pay my bills. The more money I made, the more bills I got. The more money I made, the more bills I got. The more money I made, the more bills I got, and that was a trap. I had to rewire my brain to think, I want an abundance of money. And it's not all about money, it's just an example right now. I want abundance of money, and as soon as I did that, as soon as I rewired my brain, things changed. That's the power of your mind. You don't even know what's going on. It's not conscious. You're not just consciously thinking, I want to have a lot of bills. It's subconscious. So your mind is very powerful. Grow it. Build it. Always work on your mind. And the last thing I'm going to share with you just on this topic, you guys can't get out. You guys don't want to get out of here anyway, do you? No, I didn't think so. I don't really know, to be honest with you. A week? What do I sell? What are my businesses? One of my bigger businesses, I sell sports nutrition products. So I own a company called Fit Republic. It's like a GNC, but way better, of course. I also franchise the company. Do you guys know what franchising is? It's when I have a brand that other people want to open up stores with my brand. So they pay me to do it. And I teach them and help them open up their own businesses. I also produce my own supplements. So I make our own supplements that I sell to our franchises and to consumers. Go ahead. How much do I charge on my supplements? Depends on the product. Creatine, anywhere between $19 and to $60. So we make a lot. We produce a lot. That company alone, the product manufacturing company, does $1.5 million a year. I do a lot of stuff. I have an ad agency that I create advertisings for my companies and other businesses. I'm about to buy a hunting outfitter. I know right now it's hunting season. How many of you guys hunt? There's a good group of you. I thought about wearing my orange today just to fit in. This is hunting season. So I own a lot of businesses. And it would produce a lot of money. But what I'm most prideful of is I can provide a living for a lot of people and a lot of families. That's what I'm most prideful of. Yes? Anywhere between 10 to 15 employees per company. Be honest with you, you don't know until they're doing it. What do I look for when I hire? Integrity. Biggest thing. Have to be honest, transparent, integrity, willing, or at least show me that you're willing to work hard. Be a team player. I believe that if I have the right person, their core values deep down, I can mentor and change that employee into an exemplary employee. It all starts with me. If that employee turns out not to be a very good employee, guess whose fault it is? My fault. I didn't train them well enough. But yeah, the biggest things I look for is integrity, honesty, and the willingness to grow and learn. Any other questions? All right, so the last tool I'm going to give you guys on thinking about success is understanding your why. Why you do what you do. You may have a goal in mind that you want to reach, whatever the goal that is, but if you don't understand why you want to reach it, you're not going to reach it. For me, if my goal was I just want to make a bunch of money, it's not a very good goal, really. My why is not very genuine. I can make a bunch of money, but I probably won't stay successful for very long. So just to share with you guys an example of a why, I'll show you my why. Why I do what I do in business or in life is I just want to help people. From the customer the bodybuilder that walks in the door that wants to take a supplement and get big, I want to help you. To the new employee that wants to start with one of my companies, I want to help that employee get what they want out of life. To the new franchisee that wants to own their own business and they need guidance and help in owning their own business, I want to provide that to their life. To my daughter, helping her grow and learn and be a good person. My why is just helping people. It's a good start. Yeah. My why is helping people. And if I keep that in the forefront of my mind, on every decision that I make and trying to keep that goal and accomplish that goal, then I'm going to be successful no matter what. No matter if money equals that or not. So if I keep in my mind that I just want to help people, and I have that with every decision that I make, when I'm manufacturing products, should I manufacture a product to make a bunch of money but that's not good for people? Nope. It's not aligned with my why. My why is to help people. So I manufacture a product that helps people. I hire people to help people. And the rest comes. Money follows. Just being a good person. Always doing the right thing. All right, so this last section I'm going to talk about is goal setting, how to accomplish your goals. And then I'm going to get you guys up moving a little bit. You guys okay with that? Bodybuilder, you good with that? All right, good. All right, let me hear from a couple other people about their goals. Doesn't have to be big goals, it could be little goals. Maybe it's to pass the next test. Yes. Underwater welder, that's cool, man. I like that. Go ahead. Get past high school, cool. All right. The next step is you got to make a plan. If we don't have a plan to get these goals, how are you going to get there? If I set out on a boat and I was on the ocean and I said, I want to go to this continent, and I don't have a map, man, I may end up anywhere, right? I may be just going in circles for a while, and you're probably never going to get there. So this is the map for you guys to accomplish your goals. First thing, you have to understand your goal. All right, I want to pass high school. I want to be an underwater welder. Set that goal. All right, what do you have to do to become an underwater welder? You have to be good at being underwater and welding, right? How do you do that? Well, I've got to go to welding school. Okay, I also have to go to diving school. Not only do I have to do that, I have to pass it and be good at it. Set little goals to equal your big goal. Okay, I want to graduate high school. How are you going to do that? You better get good grades. How are you going to get good grades? How are you going to do your homework? Take it home. You're going to take it home, you're going to do your homework. You're going to spend an hour each day doing your homework, which is equal as the next goal, which is good grades, which equals the next goal, which is graduate high school, right? You got to set little goals. If you don't set little goals, you have absolutely no idea where you're going. You can accomplish anything you want in life just by setting little goals. What you want? Don't worry about it. It'll come to you. Patience is key. Don't jump into something if you're not sure exactly what you want. And there may be something that you think you want, and a year later you realize you don't want it, and you're going in a different direction. Just go down a path. Move forward. Go down that path. Okay? So set little goals to equal your big goal. And it's okay if you go down another path. Just set a different goal and make those little goals. It's okay if you fail. If I'm trying to reach these little goals, for example, me, I started my own company, Fit Republic. I went to 3 stores. I had to close 2 out of 3 of them. I failed. That's okay. I lost a bunch of money, was in lawsuits, a lot of negative shit happening. I just had to rework it. I had to figure it out. All right, I failed. Why did I fail? Figure it out. Start again. Don't give up. Set the little goals again. You guys have any questions on that? Go for it. My biggest failure I had to overcome. In business or in life? Both? Man, that's tough. You get tough on me. You know, I think my biggest failure I had to overcome was shutting down all my businesses that I owned at the time because they were failing, going down to 1, and filing bankruptcy. I was in a bunch of lawsuits with landlords, owed a bunch of money. Things looked really bleak, and I wanted to quit. But I figured it out. Go for it. My work ethic. believing myself, self-perception, believing that I am good enough to be successful. I'm good enough to get what I want. That kept me going. But I wanted to quit. I wanted to quit many, 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 many times, man. But you just keep going. It's one step in front of the other. One step in front of the other. Go ahead. Oh, man. Absolutely. When I knew that if I lose this money, I lose all their money, I was not going to quit. That's why I went homeless for 2 years. There's no way. You have a question? Man, that was probably the time right there when I'm filing bankruptcy and all my businesses are closed and I've failed on all of them. That was the closest time for me to wanting to give up. Go for it. An inspirational quote? Yeah. You cannot have anything you want in life. It's 100% absolutely guaranteed. You can create anything you want. If you can see it, you can have it. If you have the self-perception of I deserve to have this goal, you can complete it. You set those little goals to reach that big goal, and you believe that you can have it, you can create anything. Anything. Go for it. Fitness. I played a lot of sports here it was Tecumseh. It's now JCC. I played a lot of sports, so I was always very active. I liked fitness. I liked being active. I liked pushing my body to its limits. So it was a fit. I own a CrossFit gym right now, and I like CrossFit a lot because it pushes my limits a lot. So that's just a love of mine. I love fitness, man. And let me kind of elaborate on the fitness part on life too. Is I believe in fitness in life, and especially fitness in business, because it mentally prepares you for life and for business. It helps that mental toughness of when you want to quit and you're working out, or maybe you're playing a football game, or maybe you're doing some heavy bench press, and you want to drop it and you don't, and you mentally get through it, it mentally prepares you. And it's a great stress relief, you guys. Life can be stressful. I believe in fitness 100%. I think you all should work out. It's a great way to relieve stress and just be healthy. The healthier you are, healthier your bodies are, the more successful you're going to be in life. Is there a question down here? Yes? Say it again, sorry. My role? My role right now is to basically mentor all my managers, district managers, and mentor them and help them get what they want out of life. So now, if you think of it like a pyramid, I'm on top of the pyramid, and I have all my managers and district managers, and under that, they have all their employees, and under the employees, they have their employees. I just kind of run everything right now. Mr. Gabe.
You talked about sports a little bit and what you did.
Yes.
What you did, I guess. Can you talk a little bit about how sports influenced and how it still influences how you operate today
Sure.
as far as teamwork and things like that?
I'm competitive as hell. I don't like to lose. So that definitely plays a part. Sports help me a lot in teamwork. I'm running a lot of teams right now, and I have to understand how to lead those teams. And being a leader, guess where I learned that? Right here in this school. So athletics, I believe, are super important. You learn a lot more about yourself on how to push your body. You learn leadership. You learn how to be led. You learn to be a part of a team. You learn, I'll give it a great example of a huge lesson that I learned was, I came from Pawnee City, and I was a quarterback and linebacker, and had more of like a star position. And my senior year of football, I was asked to be the center, to hike the football. I had to swallow my pride and become the center. That taught me a lot. That by being a team player, we accomplished more. I could have fought and wanted to be the quarterback, running back, wide receiver, whatever it might have been, the more glory position. But by swallowing my pride and giving my team what the team needed to be successful, taught me a lot in life. Another good lesson that just came to me that I remember in track, I got suspended from track one year. I don't remember that. I got suspended from track one year, and I wanted to quit. And I couldn't compete in any of the meets. I suspended all year. And my mom made me stay out for track. Go ahead. Yep. I was being a knucklehead kid. We'll just leave it at that. Is that cool? Cool. I was pretty rowdy as a kid. And anyway, got suspended. I couldn't compete. Why practice if you can't compete, right? But my mom's made me stay out, made me practice, and wouldn't let me quit. I think that lesson right there, by having to go to every practice, not able to go to the meets, not able to go hang out in the football field, eat lunches, look at girls, and all I had to do was practice and run and jump and run and jump and stay just doing the practices, taught me to never quit no matter what. Go ahead. My favorite thing was pole vault. I like that a lot. Adrenaline junkie. Gabe, did I address that question pretty good about sports? Yes. Okay. Anybody else have any questions before I get you up and moving? Go ahead. Not very high. It was fun though. Sure. Say it again. Favorite subject? You know, I didn't mind, in high school I didn't mind math. College I love psychology. I love understanding why people do what they do. It was really cool for me. Go ahead, man.
So now that you have all these businesses, you like have this big house, a nice sports car and everything. You have
Oh man, I'm humble. No private jet, no Mercedes. I'm humble. No BMW, Chevy truck. I'm a farm kid. I grew up on a farm just a mile east of here. I don't need a BMW, I need a truck. Go ahead.
Are your businesses only in Colorado?
We do have a couple stores. We have a store in Beatrice, actually. So that's the Fit Republic there. I have some in Missouri and Nashville, Tennessee.
How long did you go to college?
4 years undergrad, 2 years getting my master's. Be right back with you guys. Go ahead, bodybuilder. You can ask Gabe that later.
Are you ever thinking about going international?
International? Sure, man. Wherever it leads. The first thing I would do to go in international would be the product development stuff. I'd start selling my products international. I have a contact over in Brazil that we might do that. Go ahead. Brazil would be the first one. Yep.
So, do you ever do like interviews for your businesses? Do you ever interview people?
Interview employees?
Yeah.
I'm the final interview.
Okay, what questions do you ask?
You know, I don't really have set questions. What I do is get to know the person really well. So the biggest thing I ask is what they want out of life. Because if I can help them get what they want out of life, and I can put them on that goal and on that path, they're going to be super happy and work really hard. If they're happy, I'm happy. That's it. If I have an unhappy employee, it doesn't go very well.
How did you go from psychology to psychology?
I realized I wasn't going to make any money in psychology and had a lot of debt. But I still love psychology. And I use psychology every day in all my businesses. You know, the understanding of why people do what they do. Important.
What's the next goal you're working towards?
My next goal is Fit Republic food drive-through. So I also produce meal prep food, real healthy foods. So we know a big problem in America right now is obesity and disease, healthcare. So we do really healthy foods that we sell out of our Fit Republics, and now we're rolling out drive-throughs so you can get it fast. All right, bodybuilder, what's up? What's that? We sponsor you? Sure. Well, yeah, I tell you what, you pitch it to me after this, okay? Yes, buddy. I did play basketball. I like basketball a lot. Yes.
What strategy goes behind knowing where to open up a new business? Why Tennessee? Why Beatrice? Why Colorado?
A lot of it has to do with connections. Beatrice, that's my brother's store, so obviously I've been connected with him for a long time. Tennessee was a connection I made in the industry. He wanted to open up an own store, but how we picked the location We have teams for that. We have brokers that specialize in developments like that. Yeah, so again, I'm not the smartest cookie in the class, so I need really smart people helping me. You guys ready to get up and start moving? Oh, okay, sorry, hold on.
Someone asked a question about you do interviews to promote your business, things like that. Can I elaborate on that? I know that you do a vlog, correct?
Yes.
Can you explain to them a little bit about what that is and how to find you, maybe?
Oh, yeah, sure.
On there? It's good stuff.
Sure.
I watched one last night. So yeah.
Yeah. Nowadays everyone's their personal brand. You just asked about being sponsored, right? We're our personal business. So with social media right now, you are out there everywhere. How many people have a Facebook page? How many people have an Instagram page? Snapchat. So pretty much everybody in this room has some form of social media, right? Which can be amazing and it can be dangerous at the same time. So remember that when you're posting things, remember it, the whole world sees it, but you're also your own business. So when you go for a job interview, guess what the first thing the job employer does? Looks at your social media. You can tell a lot by who you are based upon your social media. So present yourself on your accomplishments on your social media. You are your own business. Now with Gabe saying that I have a vlog, I do. Content is king. That's a saying that we have in business, is by producing content constantly, you'll be seen the most, right? So I do a vlog, which it's called Success Uncut, and I have other entrepreneurs on, and we just talk about business and being successful. A lot of what we did here today. If you want to see more of that, just look up Kurt Belding on YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, stuff like that. Cool? All right, you guys want to do some stuff? All right, I want all you guys to come down to the middle of the basketball court, form a big circle. Okay. Let's get a big circle. Big circle. Faculty, are you going to join us? Are you guys going to join? If you want to, you don't have to. You might want to know what it's about first. All right, where's my Mr. Bodybuilder at? You're going to demonstrate for me, all right?
All right.
What's your name?
Sean.
Kurt. Nice to meet you, Sean. All right, everyone know what a burpee is? Oh, yes. I think everybody knows. You know what a burpee is? You know, show us how to do a burpee. So just go down. Yep, up, and jump. Yep, you don't need that big of a jump, but a little jump for sure. All right, so we talked a lot. Go ahead. Go back to where you're at. We talked a lot about success, how to be successful. I gave you some tools of success. But it's one thing to talk about success and hear what it's like to be successful or how to be successful. It's another thing to feel it. So I want you guys to feel what it's like to be successful. I want you guys to feel what it's like to struggle and have things that are a little bit hard to accomplish and that accomplishment at the end of it. So usually what I do is 7 minutes of burpees. But I tell you what, we'll do 3 minutes today, okay? We'll do 3 minutes. If anybody absolutely does not want to participate, that's 100% fine. But I hope most people do. All right, so you're going to be going through some stages that you're going to be feeling. In the beginning, you may feel energized. You have plenty of energy, right? And in owning a business, you're going to feel the excitement. I can yell. I'm good. Yeah. You're going to feel the excitement and what it's like to start your own business, and you're excited, and no matter what happens, everything's going to be awesome and great. And then things get a little bit hard. And then you start to doubt yourself and whether or not you're actually good enough to accomplish what you set out to do. And you're going to want to quit. While you're doing these 3 minutes of burpees, you're going to feel all of those. But after 3 minutes, you're going to feel what it's like to be successful. All right? So give yourself some room. We're going to be doing some burpees. So if you need to come forward, come forward. If you need to go back, go back. All right, guys, there's only one thing that I ask. There's only one thing that I ask, okay? If you're going to participate, there's only one thing I ask from you. Never stop moving. You don't have to go fast. You don't have to jump high. Just never quit. Never stop moving, so pace yourself. Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right, nice job. Pace yourself. Don't give up. Don't stop moving. Don't give up. You got this. All the way down. All the way down. Hit that chest on the floor. All the way down. Yep. There you go. Don't stop. Don't give up. Things are getting hard, aren't they? It's not as easy as what you thought it was. Do you want to quit? Do you want to give up? Don't give up. You are good enough to accomplish this. You will succeed. You can accomplish this. Bodybuilder, don't you give up. Keep going. Keep moving. Don't give up. Don't cheat yourself. You got this. Keep going. Don't give up. That's one thing about success. You don't know when you'll be successful. Don't give up. You're almost there. Keep going. Don't quit. Don't quit. Don't give up. I can't tell you. Don't stop. You don't know in business when you're going to be successful. Keep moving, keep moving. Come on, guys, keep moving. Don't quit, don't stop. Keep moving, you got this. Don't give up. Come on, big football players, let's go. I thought we were athletes over here. Don't stop. Just keep moving. Just keep moving. Three, 2, 1, stop. Nice job. Nice job. If you all go take a seat real quick, I have one more thing to say, okay? If you take a seat one more time for me.
I would have done it, but my knee is
Oh,
bad.
okay.
I gotta go to the doctor's today.
Just had surgery.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't mess it up.
I'm not lying either.
Did you do the burpees? Did you get grandma to do them? Yeah, I bet. Did you guys do them? Yeah. All right. Good work. Is that good? How'd that go, guys? Is that good? Is it hard? It's hard. Harder than what you thought it was going to be, huh? Guess what? That's business. It's always harder than what you think it's going to be. Always. Did you guys feel the stages?
Yeah.
Did you doubt yourself? Did you want to give up? Do you feel what you're feeling right now of accomplishment? Tired? But you did it, right? That's the big thing about business and big thing about being successful in life. You may want to quit, you want to give up, and you're going to doubt yourself, and you don't know when that success is going to come. That's why I didn't tell you when that 3 minutes was coming up. Right? So, I'm going to leave you guys with this phrase one more time. You can and will create anything you want in life. It's 100% possible. Don't doubt yourself. Work on that self-perception. Build your mind. Thanks, guys. Okay.
I'll get back with you. Good job, man.
What the little guy's doing, that's great.